Right, I just purchased a pentagram rug right here. You know, a lot of these symbols. I also got a Pharaoh's ring. Very, very powerful in the spirit plane. Hair, I believe, is good for putting you back together. You know, I was told by my Commission ancestors that within the pyramids contained, you know, I heard something about stuff that people don't want you to see. And a lot of crystalline tech in it, teleportation, just a lot of things that they wanted to have remain clandestine to people. And also, from what I understand, they had neighborhoods a lot like ours. But the homes were close together and people would teleport. I'm also going to say, too, you know, people talk a lot about black Indians. And, you know, there's the Washita tribe and all of that. We're indigenous over here. With that being said, the reason why they were darker Indians, they were, you know, from what I was told, Siberian, you know, white-looking Yakub derived. No offense. I'm just, you know, again, MAGA hat wearer. I just speak the truth. Who crossed the Bering Strait. You know, I was shown that whiter complexioned people, you know, you know, again, the original Egyptians were black, Nubians and all of that. I think the Nubians were separate. They were created, in fact, by Nubian, and those are aliens that actually existed. That's why it explains why my mother was so big into Dr. York back in the day. That would that created, they did have, in fact, them big ass heads. It reminds me of the entity Lamb that Aleister Crowley met, that I believe, like the, you know, like what's that man, Credo Mutard was talking about with them aliens. The reptilians, he was talking about how they gave him knowledge, material realm knowledge. It's the same thing with Lamb. You know, them Lamb entities, along with Satan, rule the hell realms, or the realms of chaos in the universe. With that being said, I'm trying to remember. From what I understand, back in the day, where was I going with this? So, gosh, this is so fucked up. It's not even funny, but I try. They imbue upon you great, cult material knowledge and all of that and wisdom. And with that being said, they came and they settled the North. And as you saw in the pictures, blacks are indigenous. I even had a Native American years ago. Let me show you. Corroborate that. Give props to that. Funny too, I mention that because in Kemet, this is why there were black people. If we mix with the reptilians, which were just like with the Zulu people, that's why they do all them ultraviolet wetback acts in their society. It does something to lower your vibration and consciousness. So when they would be considered soiled, and they would teleport them to the Americas, to various places around the world. That's why you got pyramids all around. It was Kemet that started everything. That was the basis for everything, including, I believe, Israel. And the true Israelites were actually in flag black. Again, I'm a Trump wearer, support Trump, woo-woo. So, I ain't no fucking Afrocentric when I speak this. I'm attracted to white men naturally, and it's because of a Swedish past life. I'm more like Richie from Boston. I'm not the most politically correct motherfucker. I'm more libertarian, if you want to put me into a box, a category for politics, as I call it. But I'm real, and I love my people. There's nothing like being black, and I want to come back black. But anyways, again, notice too that what the Zulus do, unfortunately, is very similar. I mean, they even stole Krita Mutwa's necklace, his sacred necklace. Very similar to the cartel beheadings, just the extremity of it, the extremeness of it. That it's because of those motherfuckers' low vibrational nature. Anyways, with that being said, that's why you have black folks in them areas. If they would try to come back, they would be teleported right back, and they couldn't come back, so they were exiled like in Australia. I got majorly fucking attacked by that evil ass bitch Tavares and her lower self. I believe the shop is open today, 8704 Broadway, the Botanica, by 87 in Broadway in South Central. One of the miners, I believe, attacked a black woman, killed a black woman for reporting a cousin for rape. I want to call it wetback attack. So, for them, what's going on. But it's a lot of shit I want to talk about. A lot of shit. And You know, my shit ain't right now. It's fucked up because of that evil wetback bitch. You know, I saw that she made me a sacrifice on May the 1st, 2024, and I just, you know, like I said, I ain't fully in my body. Something ain't right. And it's been getting worse and worse and worse. You know, I was told by them roast beers I shouldn't even done anything today, but anyways, in the obstacle position, you got the Ace of Swords. So with the Ace of Swords being in the obstacle position, I feel that you're having issues. You know, I also want to mention, too, one of them's a pedophile, that Tomas Awan guy. That's some evil shit. I nearly died in my sleep. I nearly didn't wake up yesterday. You can use 694, 695 hertz to see. Anyways, Ace of Swords, I feel like there's something that's blocking you. From being able to do great things. The star is in the present position, and I feel like you think you're making a breakthrough, but it really isn't. Future position, 7 of Wands, you're going to be going up against a lot of issues and problems. So watch out. 10 of Cups in the subconscious. You think you're in the happy place, as they call it. You know, I hate using cliches and all of that shit, you know, parlance, but you're not. The Tower. That's in the goals position, and that's just to fucking go kamikaze all throughout to get your goals. 7 of Pentacles. And that's the advice card, and something that's telling you to be careful with your movements, else things can go south. The Hermit. That's the energy that surrounds you. And I feel that someone's telling you to go into deep contemplation, but there's a lot of people looking at you, and they're looking at you in a judgmental manner. Queen of Swords, fears in your hopes card, and I feel like you're going in the wrong direction. You're going in a very bad direction. And you're cognizant of it, but take a chance, because things can always turn out right. There's always variables and chances. 6 of Cups, relying on family, ancestors, health to get you through. Anyways, if you want a more personalized reading, please contact me at ravenbyterror22@yahoo.com. Peace.